Good afternoon, all of you. A warm and good afternoon from a warm and sunny Colombo. For those who doesn't know me, my name is Zara, and I'll be moderating today's webinar, uh, Tea Breeze and Old World Charm. So let me introduce you to our presenter today, who is Shahi. Shahi has been in the industry since the teenage years. So she has been here and she has so much passion for this travel and hospitality industry. So being the head of sales for this property, Shahi is ready to take you through the presentation. And before I move on to Shahi, I would humbly request all of you to keep your mics on mute for better quality, sound quality, and recording purposes. And at the end of the presentation, you'll be given the chance to ask any questions you may have to clarify, and Shahi will be willing to answer all of them. And in the meantime, if you have any questions, you can also drop us a message and we can read it at the end of the presentation. Yes, so Shahi, over to you. You can start on with the presentation now.
Thank you, Zara, and hi everyone. Welcome to the presentation on W15 Hanthana Estate, Sri Lanka. I will just open the presentation to you. I hope everyone can see my screen. So W15 Hanthana is in the hills of Sri Lanka. It's just 20 minutes from Kandy town and yet about 3,000 feet above the sea level. And my name is Shahi and I will be presenting you about W15 Hanthana Estate Kandy. I hope you all will enjoy the presentation. To start off with, I would like to play this video so that you have a good understanding about what we have to offer and what I'm really going to talk about. Just enjoy.
Shahi, I'm so sorry to interrupt, but I think the sounds of the video is not on. Will we be able to?
Just give me a minute. Let me double check again.
Thank you.
I'm so sorry. So let me play it again. Is the sound okay now?
Yes, it is. Thanks, Shahi.
Yeah, thank you.
Being free. What does it really mean? Is it a state of mind? A state of being? Perhaps even both? It could mean a sense of calm, even tranquility, escaping trepidation, a yearning to seek something anew. It could imply easing your load, a thrill of a difference, or the taste of distinction. Some call it knowledge. Others call it passion. It is said to be secretive, but also in plain sight, invigorating your mind, cleansing your soul. It can redefine who you are, or help understand what you are. As cold winds blow along emerald glades, you find yourself ascending to a new plane of realization. The answers you sought are now in reach. You are. I am.
So I hope all of you enjoyed the video clip about W15 Hanthana. The key features of this property is we are experiencing a bygone era, and we have quite a lot of unique experiences and carefully curated cuisines, and escape with an amazing view and luxury included. So if I may talk to you a little bit more about the experience, what we have to offer. We have 4 different hiking tours, and we are not a property which we give a comfortable luxury room and a great service. We also take a lot of pride on adding a lot of experience into the same package. So we have 4 different hiking tours. And if I may describe a little bit more about it, we have the Hanthana mountain range, which is based right behind the property. It is about 4 to 5 kilometer hike. So it will take about 2 to 4 hours. And we have the Uragala mountain range, and that is a lovely hike with amazing views. And we have the camping trail for non-hikers, just to have an experience of how it is. And then we do the Kataskunda, which is a little bit a tough hike, I must say. It's really suitable for professional hikers. And also we have e-bike tours, and we have different trails which we have created in the mountains for this experience. And we have 65 species of birds and 13 endemic, and that is endemic for Sri Lanka, and 25 species of butterflies, and again 2 endemics for Sri Lanka. And we have 10 different dragonflies and a barking deer. You are very lucky every time the barking deer visits the property. And if you are lucky enough, you will get to see a leopard. But leopards are mostly, they live on top of the mountains, and they only come out during the night time because there is a lot of dogs around the area, so they come out in the night to hunt them. So this is the unique flora you will get to see when you're doing a hike, and then the fauna, and then you have to go through these beautiful views just to get up to the mountains. And including this cannonball tree. This cannonball tree is over 200 years old, and it's amazing, and this flower has a beautiful scent and spectacular sunrise and sunsets. So you can experience all these from this property. And also we indulge you at every opportunity. So we have this specially curated hikes and picnic tours, which we offer our guests. So sometimes we also offer them, once you do a hike on top of a mountain, you have your own time that you can have a nice picnic to yourself and enjoy a breakfast and a glass of juice. And also you can visit our neighbors and pluck tea, because we are surrounded with the tea plantations, and everywhere you will see the tea pluckers around you and doing their job. And occasionally our neighbors visit us, and this is our barking deer in our gardens. And this is an endemic bird in Sri Lanka. This is called a hanging parrot. And this species is mainly in a green color, but this is the first time in Sri Lanka spotted in the Hanthana Estate Gardens. And this is a yellow hanging parrot. This is the first time which we have identified this bird in Sri Lanka. And we have e-mountain bike tours to lighted to the road, and we provide tough tours for those who are in search. So we can curate it according to your interest. We have a naturalist in our property, so every tour, every experience, you get a naturalist at your service. And we offer these other unique experience as well. So we have scenic drive in a Defender, which we take you through an amazing views with mountains and beautiful tea plantation area. So we have few scenic Defender tours around you. And we have the famous Indiana Jones filming site, the Temple of the Doom. It's just 2 to 3 kilometers away from the property. And it's about a 20-30 minutes trek into the jungle, and you get to see the filming site. And then we take you back and visit to the less known temples, Hanthana Sandagiri Mahasaya and Udawala Raja Mahavihara. These are all very old temples. And at your request, we also can provide you yoga classes and cooking classes with your chef, and also the tea experiences, because we have a tea museum just 2 kilometers away from our property, and a tea factory another 2 kilometers away from the property. So this is the Defender, open Defender we use to take you to all these the tours which I described you about. And we have 3 like this, so we can even do helicopter pickups, and if you wanted to use the Cinnamon Air or the train station, so we can do the pickup and the drop off, so your guests can be picked up by this beautiful Defender or a covered one, anything what they prefer. And our cuisines is carefully curated, and we grow some of our vegetables ourselves, and always sourcing fresh and organic. And what you see here is our vegetable garden picture, and this is right behind our property. So we have quite a lot of, most of our salads and the food and everything we use from our organic garden. And we pride ourselves in our high tea, and with all trimmings, and not least 24-hour butler service. So the high teas you get with the best view in the house. And this is our gardens, and reflects years of curation and attention to detail. And so everywhere you will get to see beautiful scenic views and amazing garden and birds and butterflies around the property. So this is our pool, and our pool is not a heated pool, but our pool is popular. It's really popular in relaxation zone after hike. So when you do a hike and come back, you need to have a nice dip and relax. So this serves that purpose, and then you can really relax. And we can even organize your meals around the pool, around the gardens, anywhere you wish. And also we have indoor and outdoor sports. So we have croquet, and we have a grass court tennis, and we have indoor all these board games and everything. And also some of our guests, they get lost in our books. We have an amazing collection of books, so that they can, even if they want to relax, they can take a book and read. And others in our art and our old art crafts. So, and we have every room, every place you see, we have our lovely paintings and arts. And simply to enjoy our juices and drinks, because we are an all-inclusive product. So whatever you wish, we will serve you. And either snuggling in our lounge with a view. So what you can see, this is our like the books area, so you can get a book and a drink to your hand and enjoy an amazing view what you can see in front. And also choosing some quiet time, and if you wish, you can take a book and read or do an experience or a hike or whatever you wish for. And you will never get tired of the views because, as I mentioned to you, it's 360 degrees. Everywhere you see, you have amazing views. And this is our restaurant area. So this our restaurant is an open restaurant. So you get to see the layers of mountains, and it's you can see early morning if you wake up, you can have a cup of tea and have a look at a sunrise and enjoy the views. And this is the sunrise which I was talking about. So let me now take you through our rooms. So we have 3 different room categories. Our starting category is called the stable suite. And the stable suite is a little small in size, but it's comfortable and very cozy. And we recommend this room to be a double room because if we can make it a triple room, but in case if you make it a triple room, the room can be a little small, can be compact. So we have 4 rooms in this type. So the whole villa has 10 rooms. So we have 4 stable suites. So the picture in this picture, there's a building you see to your left hand side, and that is the stable suite rooms building. And that was all stables which we have converted into rooms. And behind the whole building, you can see the Hanthana mountain range. And what you see in front is our main bungalow. So the deluxe suite, this category is in our main bungalow. So we have 5 of this, and this is quite large in size, and it has its own sitting area and also outdoor sitting area. So if a guest requests to have their breakfast or any meal, or if they want to do anything, we can provide it into the room. So every room has a king size bed and a sitting area, and these rooms comfortably we can make it for triple room. And this is an executive suite. We only have one of this kind in the main house. So this room is big in the space. You have quite a lot of space, and we have a big sitting area and a big garden area outside. And the washrooms are, everything is similar in every room. The only difference in the executive suite is you get double sink and a bathtub. But other than all the other rooms, we have the same look and feel. So we invite you to come and experience us. So these are the views you can get from an early morning hike. If you wake up at 6:30, we can take you up and you can have a sunrise like this. And then we can provide you a nice cup of tea and a snack on top of a mountain to enjoy. So I hope you enjoyed the presentation about W15 Hanthana. And also in our brand, we have a property called W15 Waligama. It's the surfer's paradise. It's right in front of the best surfing, beginner surfing spot in Waligama. And also we have a property in Ahangama, which is in inland. And that is a very lovely scenic yoga, more of a meditation kind of a place. And we have property in Colombo as well. So all the properties have 10 rooms each, and every property has their unique style. And thank you very much for listening, and I hope you enjoyed the presentation.
Thank you so much, Shahi. It was a very lovely and interesting presentation, and I'm sure all of you enjoyed it very well. So now let's start our QA session. It's time for you to clarify any questions if you do have.
So, how long do you recommend guests to stay? So, we say minimum 2 nights because there are a lot of experience you can do. Since we are 20 minutes away from Kandy City, so you also can use do all the Kandy experiences as a 1 day, and you keep the next day to do a hike or an e-bike tour. So, minimum of 2 nights. Thank you, Andrea, for your question.
Are there any more questions? Yes, Shahi, there's a question. What is the child policy for the property?
Yes, so we recommend kids above 8 years, only being in the reason that the lot of activities which is there in the property to do, it suits kids above 8 years old. So we recommend kids above 8. But saying that, looking at the pandemic situation now, we have been running the property with a lot of locals. And in myself, my son is only 5 years old, and he has managed the hikes and all by himself, so accompanying us. So minimum is 8 years, but with any situation, we can look at it.
And also, Shahi, I would like to raise a question. The extra bed
Yes.
that you provide when you triple up a room, is it going to be a roll-away bed or is it a proper extra bed?
It's a proper extra bed.
Okay, thank you.
It's a comfortable one. So let me also explain a little bit, because there's a question we always get whether we provide drivers or guides accommodation. And just to let you all know, we don't have drivers or guide accommodations, but we have identified few places close to our property, and we can accommodate them in that place. I think we have another question from Andrea. Are the excursions you mentioned to be paid extra? No. So this is all the experiences, excursion and the high tea and everything what I mentioned is it's in the all-inclusive rate. So the guests just have to book their stay and they get everything what they like. So anything can be curated according to their interest.
I think we could spare a few more minutes if there would be any more questions. So feel free to raise them now. And Shahi is more than happy to answer all your questions.
Yeah.
Hi, Shahi. Nice to see you.
Hi.
So, Shahi, just
Yes,
one question. So, on the experiences, basically, is there any possibility of having like a curated private excursion done if anyone is interested in?
Yes, definitely. Anything can be done. So if see, like we have so many different things from there, like I would like to invite the Lemur team to come and come for a fam trip and experience, because rather than explaining it to you, because we can do hikes, we can do defender tours, we can do e-bike tours, we can do meditation tours. So anything, like even now at the moment we are working on a a tea experience. So what we are trying to say is, if you look at Kandy and Hanthana, the weather change really fast. So Kandy can be hot, but Hanthana is pretty cold. So looking at the weather, and also we are giving a hills experience. So yes, Imran, we can like really look at doing whatever. I mean, if a guest has a different experience saying we want to do this, and we can definitely have a chat with our naturalist and curately and do it for them.
Perfect. Thanks. Thanks.
Thank you. So I will just brief about the road access to the property. So that was also a question which was asked many times. So the access to the property, the roads are really done up well, and we shut down the main road for 3 months, and we made it all carpeted, and so any vehicle can come up easily. But if you have a big group, we can always, as you know, we have our vehicles in the property. We can provide you a shuttle service as well.
Shahi, what's the traveling time from Kandy to Hanthana?
Okay, so Kandy to Hanthana is minimum 20 minutes. It's 6 to 7 kilometers, so it's very close by.
This presentation has been recorded and we'll be sharing the link with all of you. So even after that, if you all have any clarifications to be made, you can always write to Shahi or to us, and we'll be more than happy to answer your questions.